I don't know. It says we're live. Hopefully we're live. So welcome to the Energy Healing Lifestyle Journal Self-Care Challenge. My name is Robin Knott, and I am your host of Energy Healing TV and podcast on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify, by the way, and the founder of the energyhealingschool.com. So in this video, we are going to journal, right? I'm going to give you a journal prompt. I'm going to share some real life examples, as I call it, which is just what comes up in when I did the journaling. Then we'll talk about how this affects the energy in the root chakra, and then one thing we can do to support root chakra energy. So for today, we're kicking off the week with the question, the journal prompt. What does it mean to be an empath? We might have had this conversation before, which is fine. I know we did on the master class. Not sure if we have in the journaling process, and we do so many, but I think it's good that we redo as well, that we recheck in, that we repeat some of these journal prompts, because layers, you guys, right? We have so many memories stored in our energy field and our energy body, and then there are layers upon layers. And we clear one away and something else comes in, and we clear something else away and something else comes in. And or it's also an amazing opportunity to be able to reflect and see just how far you've come, how much you have cleared, the shifts and the changes and the pivots. That's amazing. So with that being said, our journal prompt again for today. What does it mean to be an empath? So remember, you guys, when I start my journaling process, to get my mindset focused, if you will, on what I'm doing, because my mind goes off. It's been hypervigilant, not hypervigilant, but what's the word? Ruminating. My brain has been ruminating on gardening stuff. Like, I love that. It's not a terrible thing. Not really complaining, to be honest. However, I need to get my brain to focus on different things sometimes, right? So turning away from different pots and planters and greenhouses and all the things and focusing on my journaling process, checking in, letting myself answer that question, really hearing it, right? So sitting with the journal prompt, what does it mean to be an empath? And then I had to remind, what first thing that came up, what does it mean to you? Because this isn't just about defining what an empath is, right? This is what it means to you. So self-care being an acronym, the letter S, kicking off the week with the letter S, and self-care is self, literally, right? Having the self-awareness, mind, body, soul. And then in my signature system of the best you, the B is beliefs. So our beliefs about what it is to be an empath, that's what kind of dictates our perspective, our human experience, is what our beliefs are about everything, right? So breaking it down. So again, as I was focusing on in the first response I received from myself when I asked myself this question, because this is how I journal, what does it mean to you? And then some of the beliefs, which kind of come as like rhetorical questions, really, is that belief that can you feel energy around you? Yeah, of course, right? Taking on others' emotions. That belief that we're responsible to transmute any and all energy that we feel or come into or that we've even heard about, right? Those extreme thought patterns of can't, like I can't stop absorbing other people's energy. I have to, hear that, have to rescue, save, transmute, whatever those words are, back to that responsibility, right? Because I'm an empath, I have to. It's my purpose, it's my duty, it's why I'm here, right? When those are our beliefs, that's big. That's a lot to take on. So what extremes do you add with the all or nothings? Some more might be can't take care of self, right? Because again, it's your responsibility to take care of the world. So you can't take care of you. That would be selfish. We don't have time for that. Can't set boundaries. Well, I'm an empath. I have to be responsible for everybody else. I have to say yes all the time. I have to be ready to help and rescue and enable and all the things. So I can't have boundaries. Can't protect your energy or can only protect your energy if you isolate. Have you felt that way? Have you thought that? Have you experienced that? Because when I didn't know about being an empath, let alone how to manage my energy, that's how it felt sometimes, getting so overwhelmed in crowds, going to work, for heaven's sakes, right? Going to work and being exposed to other people's energy, being overwhelmed by other people's energy, and feeling like you need to get home and have that isolation. But you can't come home and have isolation because you have a family, and nothing against the family, nothing against kiddos, because I love my kids. But in reflection, I can see how because I wouldn't say couldn't, I wasn't aware and therefore didn't know how yet to manage my energy in situations, how I brought all that home then, and then having to carry that still, not being able to isolate or clear the energy because I didn't know about it, right? And how that then was projected outward. So that in itself challenges the idea of how you can't take care of yourself, right? Because how do you really help the people most important to you, closest to you or around you if you're not taking care of yourself? What does that look like? Depending on how deep you want to go in this moment, right? We'll continue on throughout the week. So how does this energy affect your root chakra energy? How do these beliefs about being an empath, the ones I shared anyway, if you can resonate with those, let me know. How do those beliefs affect the energy in the root chakra? Talk about wonky energy, right? Feeling insecure, unstable, ungrounded, heavy, overwhelmed. Wonky is that understatement. Some of those symptoms for root chakra energy. I noted it somewhere. Here we go. Weight. So for me, weight has always been a thing, up and down and up and down and up and down. Or eating disorders. I've mentioned before how I would eat my emotions, right? So if I'm overwhelmed, taking on other people's energies or thinking that I am responsible for all of that, and I eat those emotions, I'm affecting my weight, right? And probably, because typically if we eat our emotions, it's not with healthy food. It's usually junk food, things that aren't healthy for your body, right? So when it's not healthy for your body, it's also not healthy for your mind or your soul. Might experience low back pain, sciatica, elimination problems, pain, difficulty with your extremities, right? Your hands, your feet, your legs, your knees, your hips. A lot. Might get stuck in fight, flight, freeze mode, right? That stress or trauma response. Feeling depressed or anxious because it is a lot, right? And it's not blame, shame, and guilt. It's awareness. It's making those connections. It's finally being able to say, oh, that's why, right? But I do want to bring us back a moment to that belief that I can't stop absorbing other people's energy, that I have to be responsible to take care of everyone and everything around me, that I can't set boundaries. You can, and if you have not already, please take the Empathic Healers Masterclass, a step-by-step guide to set boundaries and protect your energy. We talk about this in there. It is free. The link is available. Please do so. Other ways to support your energy and your root chakra. If you've taken the 7-day chakra healing challenge in the chakra healing handout, there's a list of them, right? But a couple on that list. If you're attuned to Reiki, always give yourself Reiki, right? Or any type of energy healing. I've talked about healing hands in the 7-day chakra healing challenge. Again, that's free as well. Wearing the color red in all shades, right? And solfeggio frequency is 396 hertz. So if you like listening to meditation music, or if you have Like I have tuning forks that I can use. Just listening and being in that vibration of that frequency helps clear and balance root chakra energy. So when our energy in the root chakra is more clear and balanced, then it shifts, or at least allows space that we can be aware of to shift our belief system so that we can add, change to, transmute, whatever word you want to use, incorporate the belief systems that do support our energy, that do support boundaries, that do support protecting our energy, that do support self-care. Yeah. What else? If you have not already, and you would like to be one of the first 50 to get 50% off of the BU challenge, or breaking these patterns, you guys, I called it codependency patterns. Many of them do fall in line with codependency patterns. Doesn't mean we have to take on another label of codependency. We don't have to say we have codependency. It's just a way of explaining, identifying these traits, these characteristics, these patterns, these programs. So when you hear that word, you can go look that up and you can see what resonates and what doesn't. It's a spectrum. Not everything is going to resonate, right? However, since they have for me a lot, and people that I've talked to, whether they're familiar with the term codependency, but the patterns we're familiar with, right? So we can start breaking those. And that's what the BU challenge is about. So we can stop getting sucked into everybody else's stuff, because when we're sucked into everybody else's energy and emotions, we're not there for us. We're not being ourselves. We're adapting to everyone else's stuff, right? So again, check the description for all the links. Let me know how you're doing in the comments with this journaling process. And before I get to mention, you'll see in the links as well, if you want to hop on the Zoom call and journal with me live, I'd love to have you. You can schedule on that, and I will see you whenever you decide to come on. So thank you for sharing your time and space. I will see you tomorrow for Sacral Chakra Energy. So much love to you.